Hello, everyone. Day on 161 of running consistently for 2.5 miles. I feel great today. My mind was trying to be so comfortable today. I don't know, it's an everyday battle. My mind always wants to make me comfortable, wants to feed me lies. It always wants to feed me, something that is easy, sweet. And here I am, uncomfortable, getting out of my comfort zone and just pushing my limits every day. Yes, it feels great to be uncomfortable. Yes, it feels great after you get through some pain. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's an experience, just like good and bad, all experiences. It just it just passes, like all the good and bad experiences, it just passes. In our past, we might have seen, I was bullied a long time and very, very many times. And, those were some painful memories. But guess what? It it has made me better. It has made me better because if I took it, I only took it negatively before in my life. I always thought like that was some painful memories that showed me how inconfident I was. But I just changed the script. I was like, I went through all that, and right now I'm building this confidence and consistency, and I am being something I never was before. Yeah, mentally, physically strong. And I would not accept failures like I would in my past. And I would not accept, you know uh, the average experiences. Like, yeah, it's very important to get out of that average mindset, to do something different every day. And my mind is always looking for ways to do something different every day, push limits in everything, like with family, with in a good way. Yeah, push limits with with the friends, with the experiences I have, like have a little bit more joy to everything I do, be a little bit more thankful to everyone around me, thank the people that have actually helped me become better every day, get that goodness every day, that positivity. Yeah, I underestimated the positivity. I thought, positivity is weakness. And it's like, we're just trying to think positive while the world is negative. And it's just a weakness. Be realistic, right? I used to think like that, but I was so wrong. The realistic is the positivity. The realistic and the best way is the positivity. The whole world is not negative, it is positive. Guess what? Like, we think like we are just a little, drop in the ocean, right? We are a little drop in the ocean. We are a little dust in the wind, right? Because of all these people, 6 billion, 7 billion peoples, right? 6 billion people. So we are a drop of water, right? But guess what? Without that drop of water, will there be an ocean? There won't be an ocean without a drop of water. All the drops make the ocean, right? Each and every the petals in the flower, each and every that section in the flower, right? The beautiful flower is it's just so important as the whole flower, because if there is no, that one section is not there, and each of those sections are not there in the flower, then the flower is not a flower. This flower right here, if we don't have one, this one, each and every one of these, flower section is so important. If we don't have one section, then how can this whole thing exist, right? So this universe is just like that. Yeah, it makes me feel amazing. We matter. We matter. But the world, it seems like, only the people who set the world records matter, only the people who, who score the most goals matter. No, it's like, everyone who scores matter, everyone who does something matter. All of us are a drop in the ocean, and without each and every one of us, the whole ocean wouldn't exist. There is nothing that would matter if we didn't exist. So it's very important to think that we matter. Every one of us, we matter. We think like, we have this average rice, average life, average income, average family, average, average resources, right? And we think like we don't matter. No, we do matter. It's very important to realize. That's the most important realization that came to me. Right? And God and everyone, it's lays out there, God matters. But without we humans, the God doesn't matter. Who will praise to the God if we don't exist, right? We matter, just like, the gods matter, just like the best things out there matter, right? We, each and every one matters. All the animals matter because they contribute to our ecosystem in our universe, right? Yeah, it's very important to get, distracted with the world, all the noise out there, all the flashy, shiny things out there. But, we do matter. Each and every one of us matter. If we think like we don't matter, just look at our family, how important we are. If we don't matter, if we don't succeed, if we fail, if we totally destroy ourselves, who's gonna suffer the most? Our family, number one. They are the one who will feel the heat. They are the one who will be in this immense pain, of suffering, because we matter. But we are so conditioned to think that if we get something, we matter. If we score something, we matter, right? Yeah, it's this very important realization. Yeah, I wanna realize that every day. I understand it. We do matter, but it's so easy to get carried away again and again in the cycle of world, right? But no, we do matter, and I am here, like, taking this time to realize all these things. So we do matter. Yeah, it is a discipline to feel that way. It is a discipline to remind myself that we all do matter. Yes, and yeah, it's such a huge thing. We are not perfect, but we matter. Every day we do something, right? Matters. Yeah, we think like, we do something, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. Like when we do a little bit of action, we think we don't, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Yes, a little bit of action, it's better than no action, right? Little bit of focus in our health and mind and family and love and joy and gratitude and beautiful building of beautiful future. It matters because it is better than no thinking at all. Just going with the flow has no consequences, no good consequences. We just feel with regret. It's like end of the day we'll be like, oh man, like I didn't do anything. I should have done a little bit. At that time we realize we do matter. Our little bit of actions, it does matter. It is so important to do that little bit, right? Just like that drop of water. Yeah, it is so important. Like we think the little drop of water doesn't matter. It does matter. Yeah, every action, every drop of action matters. So important to have that positive action. We thought about doing something positive. We thought about, doing something positive for others, for ourselves, for someone, for ourselves, for our mind, for someone. It does matter. It adds a little bit of joy and happiness to ourselves or someone near us. Yes, everyone. Feels so great. I feel so great. This is amazing day, amazing realization. Thank you, God, for this realization. This is important one. Thank you, everyone.